It's the law. Sort of. Also, prices are up. Also, the ceasefire fell apart. At midnight on Friday, the biggest housing bill in 30 years became law. Nobody signed it. It just kind of happened by itself, in the dark, while the president was posting on social media. This is the world we live in. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Lien Report, the show where I explain real estate news, despite possessing none of the qualifications traditionally associated with explaining real estate news. I'm Taylor. Let's get into it. The 21st Century Road to Housing Act is now officially on the books. Let me walk you through exactly what happened because I genuinely could not have written this. Congress passed the biggest housing bill in 30 years, 85-5 in the Senate, 358-32 in the House. A signing ceremony was scheduled, the podium was built, and then the president canceled it on Truth Social an hour before showtime, calling the bill of minor importance. Then on July 10th, he posted again saying he would not sign it, quote, in protest. Here's the part that gets me. Under the Constitution, if a president does not sign or veto a bill within 10 days while Congress is in session, it becomes law anyway. The founders built this in specifically for this type of situation. So at exactly midnight on July 11th, with no pen, no ceremony, no signature, the 21st Century Road to Housing Act became the law of the United States. Senator Elizabeth Warren posted on X at the stroke of midnight, breaking. The clock struck midnight, and our bipartisan housing bill is now law. It's like the bill showed up to its own party, realized the host was not coming, shrugged, and let itself in. So what does it actually do? It speeds up the permitting process for builders. It creates grant programs for new housing. It cuts the cost of manufactured homes by up to $10,000. And it prevents large institutional investors from buying up more single-family homes. Will it fix housing tomorrow? No. Experts are clear that this is a start, not a finish, but it is the most significant housing law since 1990. Like when grunge and cool R&B was going on. And it is now on the books, with or without a pen. June home sales fall, while the median price hits $440,600. It's a very specific number. Anyway, moving on. The June home sales report came out this week, and it delivered the kind of news that makes you tilt your head like a confused golden retriever, like, where? Sales fell 2.4% from May, but they are up 2.8% compared to last June. And the median home price hit an all-time record of $440,600. Speaking of median, I want to take a 30-second detour. Okay, median average sound like the same thing. They are not. 10 people are in a room. 9 make $50,000 a year. 1 makes $5 million. The average income in that room is $545,000, which makes it sound like everyone is doing great. They are not. 9 out of 10 people are on a budget. The median is $50,000. The number right in the middle. The most honest picture of what a typical person in that room actually looks like. So when we say median home price, we mean the price right in the middle of all sales. Half sold for more, half sold for less. A handful of $10 million mansions cannot blow it up. Okay, an average number of people know the difference between median and average, which is exactly why I just explained it. Do you get it? I just said average number. Back to the report. Buyers right now are so sensitive to mortgage rates that a tiny nudge in either direction can move the whole market. The housing market is like a cat near a bathtub. Interested? Cautious? Retreating at the first sign of anything uncomfortable. First-time buyers made up 33% of June sales, up from 30% a year ago. Heading in the right direction. The expensive end of the market, homes above $750,000, is flying. The entry level is basically frozen, which tells you something about who currently has the flexibility to move. 30-year mortgage hovering around 6.5% as the Iran ceasefire wobbles. Mortgage rates this week are sitting at 6.58%, which means rates have now been hovering in roughly the same range for 2 straight months. The new development, the Iran ceasefire appears to be wobbling. Renewed strikes pushed oil prices up, and when oil goes up, inflation goes up, and when inflation goes up, mortgage rates go up. We have covered this chain before. It is still very much the chain. The June jobs report also came in soft at 57,000 jobs added, well below expectations. Normally, that would push rates down. but inflation is still running hot. So those two forces are arm wrestling in the middle of your mortgage, and neither one is winning. Most forecasters expect rates to end the year somewhere around 6.3 to 6.5%. Rates are like that one traffic light on your commute that's always red. You never catch it when it's green. You can be annoyed by it, or you can just factor it in when you leave the house. What are you gonna do? A quick vocabulary lesson using this week's data. Last one. And I want to use this week's data to teach you one phrase that gets thrown around constantly and almost never explained. Months of supply. We have 4.6 months right now. What's that mean? I mean, come on, just spell it out. Okay, I will. Imagine every home currently for sale in America is a seat in a restaurant. Months of supply is how long it would take to fill every seat at the current pace of people walking in with no new seats added. 4.6 months means if nobody listed a single new home tomorrow, every home on the market would be gone in about 4.5 months. Now, a balanced market, wait, I've done this before. Is it this one or that one? I think it's this one. A balanced market sits around 6 months. Below 6 generally favors sellers. Above 6 generally favors buyers. At 4.6, we are still in seller-friendly territory. In 2021, supply briefly dropped below 1 month. Y'all, 1 month. The entire American housing inventory would have been wiped out in 4 weeks. That is not a real estate market. That's a fire sale. Inventory dipped slightly in June. That is the number to watch. The whole affordability story depends on more homes coming to market, not fewer. The new housing law is designed to add seats to the restaurant. Whether it does that fast enough is the question everyone is watching. I mean, come on. What a week, am I right? The housing bill became law at midnight without a signature, like a Cinderella story where the pumpkin turns into legislation. Home sales dipped, but prices hit a record. Rates are hovering and the ceasefire is wobbling. And now you know what months of supply means and also the difference between median and average. You're welcome. You are more informed than when you started watching. That's the whole point. I'm Taylor. This has been Lien Report. See you next week. I can hear my earrings jingling. La 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 la. Come watch the show, 'cause you're gonna learn something about real estate. Oh, real estate. Oh. Huh. Hey everybody, it's Taylor with Lien Report. I'm so glad you watched, or you are watching, or you're going to watch. You know, we got a little backlog. Why don't you start from the beginning, see where we've arrived to. And you know what? I'm really happy about this episode because I got to give definitions. I love teaching people because here's the truth of the matter. I was a statistics tutor back in college and I don't even remember what median and average are. So guess what? In this week's episode, you get to learn statistics terms. I mean, who doesn't want to watch that? Is that it? What else? Okay, bye. See you later.